Good morning, humanity. It's July 4th, 2022, and it's the favorite time of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. Hi, my name's Paul.
Good morning. This is Bev.
And happy 4th of July, Independence Day, Freedom Day. Woo, I was going to have fireworks go off behind me, and then I realized, oh no, I'm in a room.
Okay.
I love fireworks, but
I
it's so
know.
dry where we are. But I might shoot off. Shot some off the other day. All right, hey everybody, we have a great topic today because it's Independence Day. For those around the world who don't know, that's the day where the Declaration of Independence. So this country became free from British rule, and so we celebrate on the 4th of July, Independence Day and Freedom Day. And we wanted to wrap that into this whole Roe versus Wade decision that happened. And talk about how BioTouch really helps us with the freedom of our choice, regardless of what's happening around us. That's the power of it. But we really wanted to talk about Roe versus Wade brought up an interesting thing for me because I met Norman, who created this technique, and he got his first set of points with a woman who was hemorrhaging and having a miscarriage. And this is back in the 70s.
Right.
And so, this whole decision on Roe versus Wade with the power of and she stopped hemorrhaging immediately. That's what was amazing. Stopped hemorrhaging, was able to carry the baby full term, and had a very healthy baby. But BioTouch can work in all of these situations with choices that we're having to make now. Whether it's a complication or, working with a healthy baby or in transit to try and get an abortion if that's what you feel you need. BioTouch is there to bring us, what did you call that? Conscious choice. Isn't that what you talked about earlier?
Conscious choices.
Yeah. So BioTouch is there to help us with that. It's about self-awareness,
Right.
regardless of the turmoil that's happening around us. And for many in this country, I know for sure, and around the world, there's a huge amount of turmoil going on. If we just
Yeah.
focus externally.
Humanity itself, and right now, those of us who are living in the United States, there is a crisis point. We've reached a crisis point. And this is a natural phenomena in
Right.
evolution.
Right.
Because we always say, what do we say when we, in our certification classes? We even have one of the
Class.
topics of one of our classes is about crisis. And what is it? It's an opportunity to grow, which is one of BioTouch's primary things that it encourages within the body. This awareness to make changes that are appropriate to growth. So here we are, all of us in a crisis point. But as we know, BioTouch is not just for the people in the United States. This is an international foundation. Our job is to get this out into the world. So whether you're in an individual crisis or a national crisis, because this mass consciousness of humanity, we sharing this. This is not just happening to you or somebody down the street. We are all having to partake of this crisis right now. And BioTouch is an intervention. That's what came to BioTouch can be a crisis intervention because of its ability to deal with stress and anxiety. It helps us feel more cared for because there's another human being touching us lightly on the skin. It's non-invasive. That means whatever your belief system is, right, whether it's religious, political, BioTouch doesn't care. It's going to bring you into that human sense of who we are. Right. We're more than just our belief systems.
And
so that's
the key. Yeah. That is the key of why I have dedicated, and I know you too, have dedicated our life to BioTouch getting into humanity's hands. Well, they got it in their hands to use it. It's like chorus in the song that we're going to play later. It's about putting love into action.
Right.
It's
love
no longer
into action.
Right. It's no longer talking about it. And like you said, it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on. And that reminds me of that ex-CIA agent,
Yeah.
who stood up at our very first certification class and said, "This is the biggest revolution I have ever experienced in my life," because this one that he saw happening there was based on love.
Wow, that's so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think, what happens in a crisis, whether we become a victim, right? Oh, it's this will, or that person's has more authority, or somebody's trying to control me, or whatever you're going through, whatever those feelings are. It's a victimizing essence here, okay? And we're all buying into that. And BioTouch says you're not a victim. You're an amazing entity with all of these different parts. And my job, when you touch that body, you're helping me to bring me into a wholeness, which is my body feels better. I'm able to make different choices. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling stronger. This is the power of putting love into action when you do that, and I can't help it. I always think about Bruce Lipton and that tell a different story, but you tell that different story in love. You have to speak it in love. And we always think of speaking as being saying words, but these two fingers speak to the body. It speaks to the cells of our bodies when we touch each other and practice BioTouch. And it helps us to change the story that's not working for us. And all of this stuff that's coming out. I think Roe and Wade is just an example of what's happening here, right?
Well, I think the importance of that decision was it really stirred us to wake up, to see the crisis. You can no longer sit on the sidelines.
Right.
You're having to make some choices in your life. And what we're saying here with BioTouch is, please bring BioTouch into your life to help you crystallize the choices that you are making, with you in the circle of your friends. And it's interesting because we're going to play Horace's song. He says, you've heard about love thy neighbor as thyself, but with BioTouch, you don't need anything else.
We believe that, don't we?
Yeah.
We've seen it. We've seen it too many times.
Too many times. And as I was thinking about the whole decisions from the Supreme Court, the wars across the planet, the climate discussions, the nuclear discussion. I mean, all these things that are coming out to the forefront, and you can't hide any longer.
Right.
I mean, our internet and our social media is just making it so constant.
We're a citizen of the world. We have to be citizens of the world.
And so to me, it's not about, don't watch the news. It's sort of like, watch the stuff, then take your partner or your friend and do some BioTouch so you can crystallize within yourself a sense of peace, a sense of calmness, and then, as you said earlier, that self-awareness, that conscious choice of, now what do I need to do? What are the choices that I can do that work for me? And that's really what BioTouch can do in the midst of this world drama. That's the revolution.
Right.
So,
drama that we've all created, by the way.
Yeah, that's a hard responsibility.
That's a hard responsibility.
Yeah.
But we all have the power to make those changes now that don't work for us. And that's why I believe BioTouch came back when it did, because we were entering into a state of, even though it was in the 70s, things were starting to be agitated for us. And now it's like reached this crescendo point. And I've said this, BioTouch needs to be in the minds of people everywhere so that we have something already there to help us get through this. I really believe that BioTouch is here to help humanity get through these times, because it's a time. I was thinking about this. Can you imagine if the governments of the world, when they sit together, they just give each other the greeting before they talk? Can you imagine that?
You know,
I know you can.
yeah. Well, we do that with our board. So
Yes,
we
we
encourage
do.
you, if you're on a board or you in a family meeting, or if you're part of that global meeting of people that meet all around the world, yeah, reach out and do that greeting. You know,
Right.
even Gary Schwartz with his research, and he wrote this in the preface to BioTouch Healing with the Power in Our Fingertips, Deborah's book that she wrote. And we always love reading it because here's how you
Oh,
change the
it's so
story.
powerful.
He said the
Powerful.
kind of love that BioTouch fosters is a high level of love. He said, including empathy, compassion, caring, kindness, gentleness, protection, safety, warmth, gratitude, appreciation, and respect. Boy, if there's something we need now, it's
Man,
respect.
no kidding.
And he
Yeah.
goes on, as you explore Deborah's gracious and grateful book, my wish is that you become filled as I did with the wonder and promise that BioTouch offers all of us, our loved ones, the greater humanity, and nature itself.
You didn't put those words in his mouth, did you? Because when I first read that, I'm like, oh, Gary gets BioTouch
Yes.
deeply. He understands through his research with BioTouch and you all those years ago. He understands the place that BioTouch holds for humanity, a promise, a gift, we're always saying. And by the way, you already have it.
Right. You got nowhere to go to get it. And you know what's interesting? Yeah, he got it. And you know, we did that thing up there in Prescott with all these people. They'd
Oh,
never been exposed to BioTouch. It was the poor community, the indigent community, and they all got it.
they all got
You
it.
know, they'd open their eyes after 5 minutes of BioTouch, or they'd pass out in the chair, as that one woman did,
Yeah,
and they just got up and they just went, "Oh my gosh, I
yeah,
just love you."
I know.
People were talking about love. People were
Oh,
going, "Oh my gosh." One woman said, "Oh, this is the best meditation I've had." People get it just with that light touch of
they
five
get it.
minutes of doing the greeting in the headset. They came to a sense of knowing that everything was okay.
Everything. Yes, I love that. And we talk about BioTouch is a divine idea. It's called love. And we say our nature is love. So of course they're going to get it. It's affecting them at the most innate, basic part of their whole beingness. Love.
Right.
I mean, what else can you say? No wonder they get it. And no wonder it's already in us because BioTouch is just saying, this is who you really are. This is what I'm here to help you to remember who you really are.
Right. So it's easy to learn these points. Again, if you're dealing with pregnancy or a miscarriage, we have a thing called the lower abdomen. We won't take the
Yes.
time right now to show that. What we want to show you, because this is something, if you just do this, I just talked to three ladies in England the other day, and the minute the woman did the greeting on her friend who'd never experienced BioTouch, the same thing happened. She sort of started leaning over and
Kind
passed
of
out.
went.
Everybody was freaking out, but the woman was very conscious of what was going on. But she sort of
Yeah.
came to again and went, "Oh my gosh, that was just." It was overpowering. It was, as Kenneth, Dr. Stevenson said, it's a change of consciousness, like a what you call it,
A waking
an
dream.
awakened dream.
Right.
And that's what
Boy.
happens, and that's physiological. You don't have to choose on that. So BioTouch, just doing that greeting, you take the two fingers of your dominant hand, the index and the middle finger, if you're listening to this on a podcast, you feel at that breastbone in the middle of your chest, and just when it hits that soft tissue, for some of us a little softer than others, you touch there lightly like a butterfly for 6 to 8 seconds, right? The second point, you take those same two fingers of the dominant hand, and just to the left of the big bone at the base of the neck, you go to the left about an inch to an inch and a half. Boom, you've done the greeting. That starts a healing process.
The
Just that
key that
alone.
unlocks the loving, the action.
The
It
action.
kicks that love into action, doesn't it?
And that's what we're trying to do, is put love into action. That's what Horace's song is going to be about. We're actually going to play the whole song for you because it's about country music.
Because it's good.
And this is a country day. This is Independence Day here in America.
It's Happy Birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America, our Independence Day. And we want to share that with the world. We want to share BioTouch with the world. So just so you know, we have a workshop coming up to talk about kidney stones at the end of the month. Our next virtual training is July 19th. Please join us for that. If you want to learn the whole technique, or just go to our website and get the manual and teach yourself. It's very easy. It's only $18. You become a member and boom, you got it. justtouch.com. I'll tell you, these are great times, Bev. I'm grateful to be working with you to bring this loving, Paul. Healing touch to people.
Yep. I'm so excited about what's happening and the unfolding amazing thing that's happening for the foundation and in turn for humanity itself, because we're finally starting to get to put into action our vision of what BioTouch is here for humanity. I'm so grateful.
Yes. And we are grateful to all of you out there who are participating with us now, and those who have just stumbled upon us for the first time. Please join in just reaching out and touching another human being. Let us know how we can help you. We are here. If you're in crisis mode, we'll help you. You know, if you're just in trying to maintain a good level of health, we're here to help because we have a gift. It's a gift to humanity. And all you have to do is open the box, because it doesn't
just open the gift.
Just open the box, for God's sake.
I was just thinking about something. This country was brought about through a revolution.
Yeah, right.
And that's what BioTouch is here. Join us in the revolution of love. That's right. What we're asking. That's what we're presenting to you. Join us in this amazing revolution.
So we're going to share with you Horace Barnes' song that he wrote, and it really sums it all up for us. Again, happy 4th of July to all of you and to the world. It's Independence Day today for everybody. Thank you all.
Everyone.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand. A healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action. I know you have heard these beautiful words. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Using BioTouch will help you so much. You'll never need anything else. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand. The healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action. lifetime teaching people how to heal. Energy healing is such a good feeling, it'll help you if anything will. Put love into action, put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand the healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action. Put love into action. Put love into action.